So thanks everybody. This is Jack and this is another training call. I know you are looking for Tammy, and she will be in a half hour to share her result about her last event from yesterday, and she shares real results. So it's not based on hype, it's not based on theory, it's not based what the guru shared with you guys. It is based on her own experience. So I'm really excited to have her on the call later in a half hour. In the meantime, I will cover some updates what we did the last 7 days on Lead Finder Jack, and if you have time left, I will also show the updates on Local Team Jack. So thanks everybody, and let's kick this off. So I got a lot of questions about, can you show me what to do the searches, to set up the emails, and all in conjunction for, sending out the demo URL. And it's actually so simple that I didn't have to prepare that question. I will do it just live with you. So the first thing what you want to do is, the first thing what you want to do is collect the leads. So let's say I'm looking for plumber leads in Chicago. Chicago, and let's do Fort Lauderdale. Fort Lauderdale. And for the United States, we also can select the state. So let's do some searches. And now it collects the basic business information. Everybody get this step? So once this is complete, I don't know how many plumbers there are in Fort Lauderdale, but once this is complete, we can do a dig deep. And the dig deep really digs deep on the internet to find all kind of detailed information about that company, about the collected companies. So, example, the email, the real phone number, if they have a social presence, if they have bad reviews on Google, all kind of information. So once it's done, the dig deep button is showing, and you just click on it, and wow, it does the dig deep. Now this takes about 1 minute, 1 minute per company. So now take a break, go to bed, and be happy that in the morning you have a lot of new leads. So the next thing, if you have this finished, or you can do it in the meantime because it's running in the background, is you can prepare the emailing. Now, this is one of the big updates. If I had this update 2 years ago, I would save me a lot of time. So the update is, if you don't set any email server up, it will automatically use our email server. It is better to define a couple of them. So it's better to add also yours. And the interface is also changed. But if you forget this step, it will use automatically the Lead Finder Jack mail server. Everybody got this step? If your mail server fails for one reason or another, it will still use our mail server. So you don't get so often those suspension messages and all kind of things. Yes, you can use your own Gmail, and I say I would use your own Gmail. But with Gmail, you have a limitation about how often you can send emails. So what we implement is the max send rate. If you got those emails back from Gmail, you know, that they were overloaded, you have to change. So the 5 emails per 10 minutes. So that is a safe setting. Or you can do 10 emails per 10 minutes. So 1 email per minute. Or 100 emails per 10 minutes, and that is actually every 10 seconds. And that's about the speed what our mail server can handle. So that is a big update. So now you go over to the templates and you see a new column, the unsubscribe, and I will explain that a little bit. So you open, either you double click on the email template or you select it and you click modify. And now in the local Team Jack membership site, you see all those templates which you want to copy to the notepad, not to Word file, to notepad, and then you can copy them here. So I didn't log in if you want to see that, but there's a demo video. Let me log in the membership site so I'm not skipping steps and you not get the idea that I'm lazy. Let's see if I can log in here. Then I'm logging in the membership site, and then you see here how to. One second, please. You go to lead finder, I think. Let's see where they are. This is the lead finder, bonus lead finder Jack, and those are here the email templates. Those are templates, and on the mobile wizard are probably also templates. Let's see where they are. Those are how to use the email template for the mobile wizard. You click on this. This you want to put it in a text file, and then let me Control C this. Then I go back to lead finder Jack. I create a new template and the webinar demo. Okay. Then I select everything and I do Control V. So now I just did Control C and Control V. Control C from copy and Control V from Victor. So now that is, so now let me save this, and yeah, subject. So let me save this. So at least please enter an email subject. Okay, so it doesn't let me save. Now, in as subject, insert token via button here, company URL. And I see required update. It's getting spam, so I would not use it at the moment. I would say about, and then I would say company URL. So company URL. Okay, so now I say about company URL, and I save, and then the template does not contain an unsubscribe token. Everybody see this? The template does not contain an that is new. So you see then webinar demo, and this we added a new column, and that it shows if your email template has an unsubscribe token. So let me edit this, and then I go to the bottom, and then there's a token now, unsubscribe. This is the URL where they go when they unsubscribe. You can enter your own URL, and you can enter your own text to show on the link. Unsubscribe at your wish. And it can be any URL. It doesn't need to be guide rate. Okay, now it has the unsubscribe token. I save this. And if you see that it's not red anymore, and it check that it has unsubscribe on. The reason why we didn't do mandatory yet, because I wanted to give you time to add the unsubscribe token. Okay? So that is the unsubscribe token. This is, you cannot underestimate how important it is to have an unsubscribe token. It covers you legally. It gives you much more credibility that you're not spamming. And it's all automatic. So it is the only lead generation desktop software who provides it. There's no other desktop software who has that functionality. Okay? Is this required by law? In many countries it is required by law, also in the States. Does the unsubscribe token automatically remove them from our campaign? They don't. The emails doesn't get removed, but they get marked. They get a line to it. So you cannot email a second time to the same email. So you have to do nothing manually. All is automatic. Okay. So it will also set a date stamp when they unsubscribed. So you have some proof if there are some problems. So if you go to tracking, and if you select unsubscribe, you can see which, so I haven't mailed since it's new, and you can see who unsubscribed. And if you go to the campaigns, their email will have a line through it. This is not one, but you can see it. So it's all automatic. The only thing what you need to know is that you have the unsubscribe token on the bottom. That's the only thing. Everything else is automatic. Everybody get this? It cannot be easier. This is a big thing. So let me finish this. Hi, I found your company on the website. See the link and insert token via button here. So I'm going to delete this, and I click on demo URL. Do you want link tracking? What is link tracking? Link tracking is if they click on that link, it will also set another tracking code. Yes, I want tracking links. So then it's another insert token button here for demo URL. Okay, delete this. Demo URL. Do you want the link tracking? Yes. So now this is fixed that you can have several tracking links, demo tracking links in the same email. And also on the bottom, let's see, demo URL. Do you want the link tracking? Yes. And now I'm going to save this. So now you see, this is, did I give it a name? Template name, webinar demo. Okay. Let's put this number 1. Save. Okay. No. So let's see where we are with the search, the dig deep. So it's done 82%. It has collected 134 emails while we just demo. Everybody see this? 134 emails. This is live, guys. This is not simulated. So the next step is I'm going to campaigns. I'm going to link that email what we just created to this. You see that webinar demo? So I make them active, attached to this campaign. Now, so let me stop this. You want to finish it to 100% now, but let me stop this. I'm going to click on campaigns, and then you have the option to which emails you want to send. And there's an option how to select emails, but more or less select the best email what Lead Finder Jack has found to be the best, and you like the domain name and those kind of things. Or you can select all emails. Select all. I am doing how to select emails. So only the best email per company. And I'm now going to start the campaign. Okay. Number of emails to send 44. Email template 1. Start email campaign. Okay. I forgot something. Do you guys know what I forgot? I didn't put the demo URL in it. You see that? So pause campaign. And you should enter the demo URL and then export it and upload to your team. You guys see that? So, but that I think it's, if you go to the membership site, there's a section about Sales Dynamite Jack. How to Sales Dynamite Jack. It explains all those steps. So to export, import. So I will put that URL in this in the message. Okay, this is in the search box. That's not what I wanted to do. Lead Tracker Jack is the call tracking portal. Sales Dynamite Jack is part of Local Team Jack Enterprise. So, oh, Larry, you got a very good question. I forgot that. Larry said, what about to make sure that you're only exporting sites that are not responsive? So I forgot that. So let me go back. On the search screen, there's an option, search mobile. Everybody see this? Before you start the search, you want to select search mobile. What it does, it find out if a website is responsive or not. Now, I can do the research again. So skip searching the main page when already done. No, I don't want that. Skip researching details when they are now. So I'm going to uncheck everything, and now it does it. It does all work over because I forgot to do this search mobile, and I want to have some sites up to check if they are mobile responsive or not. So let me run it for a couple of minutes and then I can show you how you filter on it. Does it tell us if, one second, does it tell us if the site is responsive or not, or if there is a site at all or not? Yes, it does both. If there is a site not there, it will not find the URL. If it finds a URL, it will tell you if that site is mobile responsive or has a mobile site, whether or not. If you see lesser checkboxes, then it means that for that campaign it doesn't apply. Okay, so let me stop this dig deep. It is not finished yet, but I want to show you in the campaign mobile, I would say no. And now mobile, yes. Mobile, yes. So it didn't only coupled it. It didn't finish it. But how you do it is you select mobile no, and then you want to only send to those. But in the reality is 90% of them are not mobile responsive. So you don't need to worry so much about that. So I personally don't use that option because 90% are not mobile responsive. But that is how you do it officially. Okay? Does this make sense? What is from email do we use? That is, you want to use the from email, or you want to use the from email. If they reply to it, you will get the reply on that email address. Once that show last contact, do you take them off the list? No, I don't take anybody on the list. I might call them, or, you know. The mobile no part was confusing, okay? Forget about it. If things work for 90%, you don't need to focus on the 10%. Why does it show last contact? Okay. So on those, I just sent an email to those couple of companies, and this is valuable information when I want to know when I sent the last an email to that email address. So this is some good information if you want to know when you sent when you communicated the last time. So Paul said, so you just mail to all the leads regardless if they are mobile or not. Correct. That's what I do. Where do I put the reply to email address? Okay. So in emails, there's a mail server. And in the mail server, there's a setting, sender email address. Sender email address. That is your sender email. That is your email address. If they reply to it, they will reply to this email address. So the sender email. How do you get the port for each email? Is it standard? So if you select add mail server, and you select Gmail, we updated the instruction. For Gmail, it is whether 465 or 587. So here are the up-to-date instructions. Okay. Still no need to use proxies. Correct. You don't need to use proxies. That is the only desktop lead finder software what proxies why that you don't need proxies and not running in problems. Will my lead finder Jack bought 2 years ago have the ability to do this? No. We have the Sales Dynamite, and it includes the Enterprise and it includes the Biz Lead Finder. That is the version you want to have. I didn't prepare that, of course. If you start Lead Finder Jack and it doesn't give you access, you know that you don't have the right version. To get the update, please, it will automatically update when you start Lead Finder Jack, but the access is controlled by the email. So, is this all clear for Lead Finder Jack? There is an, if you go to more email addresses are now being found from the website or company. That is a huge one. I didn't tell about it, but that is huge. So we will find more email addresses. It's important to have unsubscribe token. You know, we don't force it yet, but we keep reminding you. If the mail server is not set, our lead finder mail server is used. Email and mail server has now a different layout. The max send rate, so that is important if you don't use our mail server, that you don't overload your server, mail server. The company pane has restricted browsing to the selected campaign. Sending of email sometimes stop. This has been resolved. So if you go to one thing I didn't mention, if you go to company, now we have added the campaign button, and you can within that campaign you can go to the next company. Okay. So we don't have to do any setup if we use lead finder Jack, I think, as a primary or backup. I don't know what you mean with backup or so. I don't know what you mean, primary or backup. If we use local team Jack, mail server, you mean? Is that you refer to? If you use the mails, you have to do nothing. Half of the support tickets was about mail server. So we decided to create, if you don't fill anything here, it will use our mail server. If you want to use your mail server, you can still add it, and I would still add it. Okay, but if you don't add it or your mail server has problems, our mail server will still work, and that was more important for me than I answer all those tickets and find out how to set up an SMTP, because that was one of the half of the questions. If you use Lead Finder Jack mail server, they will see this email address as the from email. They will not see that is coming from our mail server. Okay. Let me check if Tammy has arrived. Not yet, I think. So with that said, do you guys want to see the new update from local team Jack? So let me open local team Jack quickly. I didn't prepare it in detail, but where do I have a website? Okay, here I do have a website. So the biggest update is in Mobile Wizard. If you go to Team Jack Mobile Wizard, we added quite a bit of settings. Okay, so let me go to the end result. I have no idea if I added. Oh, let me change that theme to something which I can change. Settings. Oh, I got that question there. The digital marketing. Can I add the mobile wizard? So let me select the digital marketing team. And move it together. Refresh. And now we have the digital marketing team. And let me add the mobile wizard to it. So what I do is pages, add new page. I call this mobile check. In the page template, I select mobile wizard and I click on publish. Everybody get this step? New page, select mobile wizard as template. So now I go to appearance menus and I want to add that menu to the top navigation menu. So I click that mobile check, add, and I need to give it in place because there is probably no space. But let me put news on the contact us and I have some space for mobile check. I hope I can always fine tune it. And now okay, just mobile check just fit. And if I click on it, wow, here we have our mobile check layout. And if I say I want to have something else and back to home, I'm going to back to Team Jack Mobile Wizard, and I said top header. Oh, you know, guys, what? I don't think this is the latest version. So if you go to the update, you see this is version 2.68. And to see the latest version, I need the 2.69. Everybody see this? So probably all you guys experience the same. To update the theme, I click on the update notification, select Theme Jack, and I do the update themes. And now the theme is updated. So I go to Theme Jack again. I go to Mobile Wizard, and now let's see. Let me refresh this. So that is a checkbox. Open Mobile Wizard page if the company URL is known. This is for Sales Dynamite Jack. If the company URL is known, like here, and I click on View, it will open, or it should open this page. And you see, this is their website, and this is how it looks like in the marketing team. And now I added mobile check in the menu. So that was a question in the Facebook group today. So in the meantime, what happens if the company URL is not known? It will show the home page instead of the mobile check page. If you have this option, checked. Okay? So, I don't want to make this too long tonight. Tammy is live. Are you guys ready for Tammy's news? So let me make Tammy live. Tammy, do you hear me? Tammy, do you hear me?
Can you hear me?
I hear you now.
I can hear you. Okay. Okay, so change presenter.
Everybody see the new screen?
Does everybody see TikTok? Actually, I wanted that. Oh, that's right. Okay.
So put the speaker close to your mouth or speak a little bit up.
Okay, so can you hear me okay?
It's okay.
Okay,
But
let me... I got it as close to my mouth and as loud as I can get it on my machine.
okay, good.
Great. So, hello everybody. I'm really excited to be here because I can share real life information about how my live presentation went with the SCORE workshop in Naples, Florida yesterday. I had to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, but I think it was well worth it, and I want to have a shout out to Olivier. He is one of our local Theme Jack members, and he actually visited me and took me on a little tour of Naples, which was really nice. So it wasn't solid work. I actually got to pretend like I was on a little mini vacation, and I got to see Naples, Florida, which of course is very wealthy and very beautiful. So I thank him for that. But what I want to share with you today is what happened at this live event, and it was sponsored by SCORE, and SCORE is the Senior Corps of Retired Volunteers program, and this was a paid workshop, but I did not get paid to give it. They charged $35, and all of that money went to support their programs at SCORE, and they help business people to develop marketing plans and business plans. And then another portion went to the Chamber of Commerce and refreshments, and they used up that entire little bit of money, but I think it all went to a good cause. What happened yesterday was very interesting because the people signed up, and it turned out that on Thursday there were about 18 people signed up, and yesterday I believe there were 21, and a few people trickled in, and with all the SCORE volunteers, the room was packed with 30 people. So what I did is I decided to experiment a little bit with my presentations. I went off of what I told them I was going to do. What my promise was that I was going to tell them how they could have an online presence in 30 minutes a day. So I did deliver that, but because of the April 21st, 2015 Google Massive Mobile Friendly update, I took advantage of that to really put myself out as the authority expert presenter, and I milked it for all I could get. And the cool part is I had a presentation that was maybe 15 to 20 minutes long, all about the Google update. And then I moved directly into my 21 ways to create a good website. So as you all know, I already had created that 21 ways webinar website presentation several weeks ago. And then I had an additional presentation about RSS feeds so that I could talk to them about different ways to automate. And then I opened it up to questions, and I actually created a couple cool forms that went along with that. And of course you all know about my free gift evaluation form. I added what I call my welcome letter, which really is kind of more of like an agenda of this is what you're going to learn today. But I added some things like keep this paper, valuable information, and I put that in green. And I then just told them what I was going to teach them that day. And I also included on that paper upcoming workshops that I have, and then some classes that I'm going to be teaching at Florida Gulf Coast University. So it was like a menu of things for them to keep for the future. And then I had another paper I called 20 Questions, which actually turned out to be valuable. And the reason I came up with this additional form besides my free gift form was I ran out of room on my one page that I wanted. So I said, well, what can I do to give them more information but make it so that I can learn more about them so that I will know how to talk to them in the future. And so I said, let's play the game, 20 questions, and their reward for playing the game with me was that I would give them a free online presence analysis, which is actually quite in-depth. And of course I explained all of that to them. But what I wanted to share with you tonight is that I did tally up my forms, and I made a little spreadsheet to see what these 20-some business people were telling me, and all of these people were in various stages of business. Some people didn't even have websites yet. They were still planning their business. Other people had been in business for quite some time and they had websites, but of course they were not mobile friendly. And then I had some people who had websites and they happened to be mobile friendly, but they were from all different businesses, everything from nonprofit organizations, cleaning services, restaurants. One guy was from NCR, which is some kind of a calculator, you know, that NCR, the big company. I had a cigar company. The whole gamut of different people, because of course in SCORE you attract different people. But what happened is on my evaluation form I had all of this information, and one of the lines of course was, I'll give you a free mobile friendly checkup. So of course I had a lot of people take me up on that offer, and then I actually did sell 2 mobile friendly websites. So I gave them an irresistible offer, which was a mobile local theme jack website with 1 month of hosting, and I gave it a value of $1,200 and some dollars, and my special was $650 or something. So I had 2 people actually take me up on that, and then I did get back 100% of my forms, and it was really interesting. Today I actually received one of the forms in my email that the guy scanned. He goes, I forgot to give this to you. Okay, that is how valuable the perceived value of my free gifts were, that I had people who came up, you know, and made sure they placed it in my hand. They handed me their business cards. I had a line of people as if I were a celebrity. They were standing in line to talk to me, and they wanted to get my attention. I had a couple women that, you know, hey, I was here first. I mean, it was like, uh-oh, you know, we don't want to have a fight breaking out here over just asking a question. But the response was phenomenal. The people, they thought that the presentation was timely and clear, and some woman wrote to me, if I'll have to make copies of all of these just to show you how engaged the people are. They wrote me, some of the people wrote paragraphs to me. One of my questions was, what is your most challenging problem related to online marketing? They wrote to me paragraphs about what their problems were. They wrote and they said they really liked the fact that I wasn't overly technical, and what I was telling them was very clear. And that's the power of keeping it simple, and all of you can do exactly what I do. That's the beauty of this. And I actually, after I tell you about what happened with the live event, I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate the actual mobile-friendly presentation that I did yesterday, so that you will see how easy it is to relay the information and place yourself in that position of authority, giving yourself credibility just by telling them the facts without being overly dramatic. You know, obviously my little TikTok and all of that, and the word massive, those are all very powerful words, but I didn't say that it was the end of all time or that it was the worst thing that could ever happen to them, but I did explain to them exactly why they needed to worry about it, but that they didn't have to worry because I had the solution for them. So the appreciation factor was huge, And then the 21 Ways website presentation that I did right after that. And the entire presentation probably took me close to 2 hours because a few people did ask me questions. But it was quite an in-depth presentation, but all I did was use my 21 Ways, which made it easy, 1, 2, 3. But there were a couple little technical difficulties in the beginning that I didn't have any control over, related to the little slide thing, to make the slides go forward. But the beauty of this, again, like I said, is that if I can do it, you guys can do it too. And it doesn't matter if you've never stood in front of a group before. If you can know a few key facts about April 21st, 2015's Google Massive Mobile Friendly Update, and if you can follow along with the presentation and, put 2 sentences together based on images and a couple words, you can present extremely powerful presentations. And I did not bore them with statistic after statistic, but I did tell them, what they needed to know. But again, their response was phenomenal, and the people they filled out my form, and almost everybody, I offered them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 free gifts, and almost everybody marked that they wanted every single one of the free gifts, and they're all things that I had before. But and I think everybody wanted a copy of my presentation, and they all wanted more. As a matter of fact, I have part 2 coming up on April 11th about video marketing, and the question and answers just happened to flow directly so that I was able to get such a great response with the first workshop that a lot of the people are coming back for, part 2. They want to know more because they really got a lot out of this workshop. So I'm really pleased that I can come and report that these presentations can be very simple without worrying about making a lot of images or spending a lot of time or money on the PowerPoint itself. Again, you just have to know a few key points and be able to follow along. And I want to tell you before I move into this presentation that, again, it was very successful. My free gift form did not fail me again, and I did add some welcome information. And of course the SCORE people, they were a little nervous when I said I had my own evaluation, because they have an evaluation. Well, their evaluation is, did you like this workshop? Yes or no. And of course my evaluation was totally different, but they were perfectly fine with everything. Remember, this was a no-pitch presentation, so I had to position myself as the authority, educator, advocate, and I could not blatantly sell or say like, oh, it's 50% off. I could put it in writing, but I couldn't, really jam it home to these people, because that's their biggest fear, is that someone's going to get up in front of them and just try to sell them something. And so you have to really have the mindset that you are the authority expert, and your job is to educate them, and then, yes, you provide services, and you weave that in a very non-threatening way, because they know you're the expert just by the fact that you're standing in front of them and you are speaking confidently about whatever the topic is. Oops, I think I just skipped something, but that's okay. Before I go into it, I want to tell you a little bit about what Jack and I have been working on. And we're working on Mobile Wizard, which is Leads Master Pro, Mobile Wizard Pro. And as you all know, Jack has these beautiful local theme, Jack themes. We're making a mobile marketing agency WordPress theme. It's done. It's beautiful. And of course, what my contribution is, I provide the done-for-you sales training, all the materials you need to go out and either speak in public or speak on a webinar or just use the materials to help you to understand what it is that is really happening to people. So we'll talk a little bit more about that at the end, but it's not available yet. So this is Cure Education, and I want you what I want you to get out of tonight is the fact that you can take this simple presentation. I think it has maybe 9 or 10 slides. It's not a big, long presentation. That you could take this presentation and either make it into a video or go out live or just show it to people or just memorize the facts out of it. And you can use this as a super, super sales tool, the information that I'm going to share with you. So I want you just to pay attention to what I'm saying and imagine it's you standing there and you are imparting this information, and the people will respond to you because out of the room, there were 30 people in the room yesterday. I asked them, how many of you have heard of the massive Google update for mobile-friendly websites coming April 25th? Out of that entire room, 2 people raised their hand. So, excuse me, so the majority of people out there in the business world, they are clueless. You are doing them a huge favor by looking out for them. So I want you to know that we're hitting this just at the perfect time. So I believe that my presentation starts here. So again, so this was what was on the screen. So TikTok, April 21st, 2015, Google Massive Mobile Friendly Update. And I'm going to go ahead and start here and pretend like all of you are business people and I'm presenting to you as the person who can help to get you mobile friendly in time. Okay, so I'm going to start right now. Is your website a ticking time bomb that can destroy your business on April 21st, 2015? What? That's what Google says will happen. Google has announced that they are going to penalize companies who do not have mobile-friendly websites starting on April 21st, 2015. And the reason is because more than 50% of people use their mobile phones or smartphones to access information on the web. Now, let me deconstruct exactly what Google says. They say, starting April 21st, we will be expanding our use of mobile friendliness as a ranking signal. A ranking signal. This means that this new update could affect your rank if you have a website that is not mobile friendly. This change will affect mobile searches in all languages worldwide, which means it's going to affect everyone around the world. Everyone who has a website, no matter where or what language, will be affected. and it will have a significant impact in our search results. Significant impact. So the word significant impact tells you that your rankings are going to be impacted, and you need to pay attention to April 21st, 2015. Consequently, users will find it easier to get relevant, high-quality search results that are optimized for their devices. So Google says that it wants the user experience to be easy to get relevant, high-quality search results optimized for devices. This is an exact quote from Google. So what does this mean to you? Well, it means you could have lost rankings on search, you could disappear. Remember, page 1 is very limited real estate. It means you could lose some money because if nobody can find you on a mobile smartphone, your business could be affected. And because more than 50% of people are using smartphones to access the internet, you could lose up to 50% of the traffic or people, the humans, coming to your website. So does your website look like this? This is an actual image from Google, and here's an example, not mobile friendly. It's very evident that this site is not mobile friendly, and as a matter of fact, this is my old website. So I admit it, I had to start looking for a new mobile option for myself. The reason Google says that this is not mobile friendly is the text is too small to read, the links are too close together, the mobile viewport is not set, and the content is wider than the screen. Obviously, think about it. If you have a smartphone that fits in the palm of your hand and you have fat fingers like I do and you can't tap the numbers or tap the links, it's not mobile friendly. This is mobile friendly. Google says, awesome, this page is mobile friendly. So if your website looks like this, then you're fine. You're good to go, and you can start growing your other digital assets with more websites and with more mobile-friendly digital assets. This is, oh my God, serious. It really is. This is something that you have to pay attention to. April 21st, 2015 means massive changes for anyone with a website that is not mobile friendly. Here is an example, and this comes directly from Google's Webmaster Central blog, November 18th, 2014. Google is starting to label websites as mobile friendly. This is an exact example that Google put out showing that they're going to start labeling websites as mobile friendly, telling people this is an example of a website that is well designed for mobile devices. So what is mobile friendly? And again, the source is the Google Webmaster blog, and this comes directly from Google. Google says that they're rolling this mobile-friendly labeling out in the next few weeks, and this has been happening now, and the pages will become eligible for mobile-friendly labels if they meet the following criteria as detected by the Google bot, the little bots that go and read everything. So your website will be mobile-friendly if it avoids software that is not common on mobile devices like Flash. So if you have an old, antiquated website where you're relying on Flash for your images or for your videos, and it's not viewable on a mobile device, that means it's not mobile friendly. If your site uses text that is readable without zooming, that means it's a mobile friendly site. And if the sizes, meaning the content on the screen, makes it so that your users don't have to scroll horizontally side to side or zoom in with the little pinches, that means that it's mobile friendly. And the links must be placed far enough apart so that people can tap the links easily with their fingers. And think about the difference in, say, a woman's finger and a man's finger, or people have, different sizes of fingers. It's really important that the links can be easily tapped. So what is a mobile device to Google? And this is important. Google considers a mobile device to be a smartphone. It is not considering that a tablet or an iPad is a mobile device. However, you want your website to look good on tablets, on cell phones, on iPads, on Androids, PC devices, and on Apple devices. So you want to have a website that looks good in any platform, ranging from a desktop, Apple, or PC experience, in any browser, and of course in any handheld device such as a tablet or an iPad, because what we do know is more and more people are using cell phones, tablets, and iPads for all of their online connection and buying. All of us know that having a cell phone is just like having an umbilical cord to the world. You're attached to it, to your family, to your friends, to everything you do. So it's really, really important. But again, a mobile device to Google is a smartphone. So I wanted to show you this. If you notice on the left-hand side, Google penalty is going to come to you if your website looks like this. And again, the penalty is that your site will lose its ranking. If you are in the #1 position now and your site is not mobile friendly, and the person whose website is, say, in the #3 position and they have a great mobile site, they're going to move up, and we don't really know where your site will land. We just know that on April 21st, mobile-friendly sites are going to get Google love. So if your website looks like the example on the right-hand side, and you can easily read it without scrolling, and you can tap to call it, and you can scroll up and down vertically, instead of horizontally, you'll be fine. So it's not too late to save your business. You can create a positive customer experience by updating or upgrading your existing website, or if you need a new website, then we can help you do that too. So if you want to go check out your website, you can go do that now at my website, and I've already provided you with the link to do that. So whenever you have an opportunity, just go to my website and click on the mobile check, and you can pop it in and see for yourself. That is the basic presentation. And of course, what I did as soon as I was done with this presentation is I went directly into the 21 ways to create a good website, with my presentation that you don't want your website to be a billboard in Montana. So coming Tuesday, March 31st, LeadsMaster Pro Mobile Wizard Pro Edition is going to be ready to go, and part of that will be this presentation and the training for the presentation. I have some emails that I've written, and I wanted to talk a little bit about emails tonight also. What I do with my emails is I always, when I write them, I always run them through a spam checker to see if I'm using words that are deemed to be spammy, and I always try to get a score as close to 10 out of 10 as possible. So everything that I've been writing for this package, I've already tested in a spam checker to make sure that my headlines are clean and good, and that my copy that I'm writing is clean and good. And I've also pulling together all of my personal support material that I use to give to clients so that they know, that everything that I'm telling them is backed up by, from the source. As you noticed in this presentation, I told them the source of my information was Google's Webmaster Central blog. So whenever you're using information and you tell them this is where I got it from, the source, I got it out of the horse's mouth basically, and I'm just telling you and deciphering this for you so that you can understand what the heck that one little paragraph means to you. It really is helpful to the average person who doesn't have the time to really understand what all of this means. And again, telling them what is a mobile-friendly device is helpful to them so that they get a clue of, what is a mobile device. To Google, it's a smartphone. And then, of course, what is the criteria for a mobile-friendly website? That's also very helpful. So I think that, again, you're going to be very pleased with what we've packaged with this Leads Master Pro Mobile Wizard Edition, because we're right on target with the timing, and everything is done for you. And if you can get in front of people, I went out and I tested it in real life, and a lot of products and things out there, I don't know who the people are, but I bet that they're not out there, getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning and driving 200 miles round trip to stand in front of a group of real people and delivering a presentation and then finding out how it's received. And that's something that I at least feel that I'm good at. It. I can tell you, yeah, it went over really, really well. I mean, the people were really, really amazed at what I told them. Here's this one guy said to me, Tammy, where have you been? I wish I met you 5 years ago. And I looked at his website, and I know why he wrote that, because his website is really bad. And then here's another one. You made the info clear, and it was a lot to take in, which it was. Think about it. I was standing in front of this group for 2 hours and 45 minutes. I gave them 15 minutes a break, and so I gave them, just a powerful amount of information, and they walked out of that armed, knowing that they have until April 21st to take care of this, and I gave them the ammunition they need, including perfect examples of what a good website should include, all deconstructed using the local theme jack as a sample. And I think that was very powerful because, again, people, they can listen to me, they can see it on the screen, and they can put two and two together very easily when you just lead them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 through an example like that. So that's what Tammy's big tip is tonight. Is the presentation went very well live. You guys can all do this. I think speaking one-to-many is one of the most powerful ways to grow your business and grow your authority and credibility at the same time. And when you use the right forms or tools to get people engaged with you, they will tell you a lot. And out of all these people, I definitely have, I'd say 3 or 4 people that are like ready to buy today. I had one that wants like complete marketing ideas. I have a pile of people that say, call me, I want to talk to you about what our next steps are. And I think out of all of them, I had one person who, they wanted everything, but they said, I'm good for now. So, and the reason, here's the reason they wrote that. They said they were not the primary owner of the company. This person wrote, I'm going to talk to the owners of my company about having you review our sites to find out what we need to do. We are working on a new mobile app and I'd like it reviewed before it goes live. So basically she's saying, no thanks, I'm good for now because I am not the decision maker. But I'm going to go back to the decision makers and have them, and I would like you to be the one to come in and consult with us. And this was a big international real estate company in Naples, which if you're not familiar with Naples, Florida, it's a wealthy, very wealthy community where I saw 2 Rolls Royces, driving down the road, which where I live, I don't see that. So, but that was one of the comments. So, Jack, I'm open for questions.
Okay, it helps when I unmute me. So, thanks for the presentation and congratulations with your success. So, guys, we have been working this now for more than a week to make this available for you. We invested also, and I don't think Tammy mentioned that specifically, but we invested also in professional recording, and this is part of the Mobile Wizard Pro, what will get released coming Tuesday. So the price for Mobile Wizard Pro is on a timer. It starts at 11 o'clock on Tuesday, and no, you cannot buy it now. We have it on a steep timer. It starts with $27, and during the week it will go up to $47, and after the launch it will be $97. So if you jump on Tuesday, you can get it for $27. So Tuesday, 11 o'clock EST. Everybody get it? You get a hell of a package. It's if we had more time, we would split it up in more packages. There is no link. There is no link to buy. Actually, I can show you the link. Actually, I can show you the link, but I'm not sure if I would do that. I can show you the link, but you cannot buy it. The ports are closed. 11 a.m.
Just to let everybody know, I asked Jack, I said, well, can we make it available tonight? And he says, no, we better wait, because the truth is we're still working on it, and you wouldn't be able to access anything tonight anyway. But the cool thing is, I don't think I mentioned it. Okay, I have the emails that I've written. And again, everything in this is original stuff. It is not, like, for example, I have a report that goes with this. Does your business need a mobile website? And it's all original. It's not any, you could not get this anywhere else. This is, because I've created it. And the emails, I wrote them. So it isn't like you can go find this stuff from somebody else. It's just like my presentation. I did the research. I put it together. I thought about you, from all of our conversations in the Facebook group. I thought about, well, how do I make these presentations so that anybody could use it without having to go out and go to the Google Webmaster blog or go find all the information and reports and then put it into an order that would make sense to the business people, because I do have a lot of experience teaching and in putting together educational materials that also sell without it being full of statistics. And of course, I avoided a lot of images just so that we wouldn't have to deal with worrying about, does the license go, all of that type of stuff. So, because I'm taking screenshots of local theme jack being what I'm using as my images, I feel pretty confident that we're okay with that without having to worry about some of these little details that can bog us down. And the beauty of what we release on Tuesday is that just like our, Tammy's tips, I always try to tell you, learn it tonight, go implement it tomorrow. Well, Tuesday at 11 o'clock, when you buy that, you could, you get your package and, tweak it, customize it, boom, you're ready to go. And so I really, again, anybody, if you're on the fence in terms of about speaking to groups or getting in front of people, I'm trying to make it as easy for you as possible. I'm trying to eliminate all of the creation roadblocks so that all you have to do is, contact the local Chamber of Commerce or a group and saying, this is vital business information that you need to know so that you can get in front of people. And the people appreciate it. They really do, because you are telling them about a hot news topic. And it's really important that they know this stuff. And it is a true golden opportunity. And we're on top of it. You're on top of it because you're here. And it's a golden opportunity that will not end on April 21st, but it's certainly in the next few weeks, you have got this hot momentum that the more you can do in the next few weeks in talking to people, the better you'll position yourself as the go-to person, no matter how you're trying to sell this, either if you're using email, or if you're going out in person or doing the speaking route, it'll just give you this really fabulous foundation to create your local marketing business. So you've got your local theme jack for any niche that you can imagine. Now you've got your mobile wizard, you've got your mobile checker, you've got your lead finder, you've got your sales dynamite. I mean, you've got such a phenomenal package of tools and information. You just now, have to get out in front of people and start the process of educating people and selling to people, because you've got everything you need. You don't, you've got everything.
So the package will be very, very complete on Tuesday. So you will get a dedicated mobile agency team. You get this presentation. You get the live recording. You get emails. You get a PDF which you can use to as a PLR product, so to have the business hour convinced that they need a mobile website. And I probably forget 3 other things. And what I think, and I spoke with Tammy about it, but we don't have enough time to do it all. I think how do you call that sheet at the end?
My free gift evaluation form?
The evaluation form. So I said, Tammy, that evaluation form, that is a product on itself. I never have seen a form that converted that well. Can you imagine that if you have 30 attendees, they all want to fill it out, and they will all want information. So it comes with it comes also in a Word version. So it is like you are not allowed to sell. You can use it as, I want to improve my presentation, but what you actually do is you get the contact information, and you get, if Tammy got 2 website sales that day and a lot of other requests. So it really works. That product is, at least, if I had enough time, I would release that $97. That's what I would do. And I would be happy to pay for it. So that we included as a bonus at this launch. After this launch, we will create it as a separate product, because I think I never have seen such form what converts that well. So for this $27, it is on a timer. You get so much. It's okay. So
you want to know something that's really funny? I actually was experimenting, and I told them to mark it with an X, and I noticed on several of them where they started to make check marks, and then they went back and made them X's. So that just tells you that when you tell somebody exactly what to do, they actually will do it. I'm just laughing though. I'll have to actually scan a bunch of these and block out the names just to show you how in depth people were when they answered the questions, especially on this second form that I did, where I was actually trying to gauge how interested they are in pay-per-click and retargeting and remarketing. And I'll just tell you from my, this is my Tammy's elementary research, that the people are very interested in retargeting and remarketing. They want to know more about it. So that's another little tidbit, that you can do market research with this stuff. And of course, you capture their name, their email, their URLs, their phone. The people, again, like that one lady, she was not the decision maker, but she says, I'm going to go back and tell the decision makers that I want you to come consult us. So that's the kind of impression you make on people when you get in front of them. And that's why I keep advocating to you to get out there and speak in person, because if you're starting out, it's the quickest way to create cash flow that I know is to get in front of more than one person at a time, because your odds go up that they're going to be interested in, and you're not wasting time. Think about if I would have had to gone and spoke to each one of those people, even if it was on a phone call or on a Skype call or something, and I had to do it one-on-one, that would have taken me a minimum of 30 hours to do that, or a week. It would have been like a week of my time. And if I would have had to drive to see them or make appointments with them, we're talking about 2 or 3 weeks over time to go see that many people from all over. But I did it. I consolidated. They all came to me, and then they paid attention to me for 3 hours from 9 to noon with a little 15-minute break, and they were fighting over me during that 15-minute break and afterwards. So it's pretty, I mean, it's pretty cool, the power of public speaking and what it can do for you, because again, you have the crowd theory working for you too, that, you know, they were like, I was up there talking and they were like, wow, and then of course they will talk to each other a little bit, you know, like, did you learn something? And I always ask them, did you learn anything of value today? The answer is always yes, because even if it's some long-term person who thinks they know it all, even people who've been in marketing for years, a lot of people come from old school marketing, but they don't know a lot about what's going on today. And again, I arrived as the news of the day, the hot news of the day. Google's making this huge change, so I became the instant hero for them. I was the mobile wizard, you know, for that moment in time.
You guys like that image? The mobile wizard with the mobile phone in the hand?
I wish I could open up the question box, but for some reason my mouse isn't cooperating.
So,
oh, there it is.
So check your email Tuesday, 11 o'clock a.m. in the morning EST. I know many of you are in other time zones, but many product launches start at 11 a.m. EST. So you probably know what time it is at your time zone. And we cannot make it cheaper or more affordable. $27 is, I think you get about 7 or 6 different elements, and each of those elements, they are worth $27. So it will go up quickly to $49, and after that it will be available for $97. So I think you guys have an advantage to know that it is very valuable, know what you get, and you can take your advantage of it. So I will send out an email on Tuesday 11 a.m. I will put the link in the Facebook group, but you guys are prepared to get that. So I think with that said, I think we covered a lot. We are more than 1 hour and a half on the call, and it's now 2 a.m. in Australia. So, or it's 2 a.m. Australia. Is that 11 a.m. EST, or is that what you say now, Michael?
Oops. I'm trying, my mouse is not cooperating. I'm trying to.
So with that said, I want to thank everybody for joining the call. I want to thank Tammy for sharing her results. With it's not only that we tell how things work, but we also practice by ourselves. And the beauty of this is you get access to the full recording. So not only, you get the presentation, but you will see Tammy, how she does it. And there's only a couple of slides. So they are easy to customize. And you are more than prepared to present it by yourself. And also to get 30 hot contacts, and also to make a couple of instant sales. It's video and audio. So we hired a professional, how do you call it, a video recorder? I don't know how you say it, but videographer. So,
yeah, videographer.
And if Rebecca wants to transcribe it, feel free to do it. So,
it's just jam-packed. This is, you should be able to take this information and use it in whatever way you decide to. You can go out live, you could do a webinar, you could, save it as a PDF. All of the emails and all of the materials, I save them as PDF, Word, and Pages, and text. So, that's about, if you can't open one of those, I don't know what. And then the presentation is in PowerPoint and Keynote, so that most people have access to those. And if you don't have access to those, you could open them in Office, not Office, OpenOffice.org will open them. And I mean, it's the mobile agency theme is gorgeous. I mean, it really is very complete. And the whole idea again is you've got the tools, you take this out and sell it, and you don't have to put together your sales materials, because that collateral material and putting together the presentation, it takes a lot of time. I mean, it is not just, if you're trying to focus on selling your services, creating all this material in the background, it adds days to it. And if you're not good at it, it just adds a lot of time and stress. And again, these are all, done, they're proven that they're easy to present, and the reaction was very, very positive. And as long as you can just follow along and put your personality into it, I think that's really a key factor too, is if you can just smile and, move your arms around, like, I've always been a talker with my hands, and now it's actually paying off. So, because I can show excitement, because I am excited about the fact that I know this and I can help them. So if you're really a sincere type person, I think you can really cash in on this golden opportunity.
Okay, let me share a secret. And somebody asked, is there any explanation of how Tammy sold this to the SCORE people? I can answer that.
I talked about that a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, so
go ahead.
If you watch the previous training, you will see that. But so let's yeah. So but actually, to the SCORE people, they are interested. They are business people, and you have something what you can offer for them. So with that said, I think you. I'd like to thank everybody for attending this training. Tammy for sharing her her presentation, and also that she was willing to have this recorded and make this available for all you guys, so that you not only get the tools, but you also have an example how to do it. So with that said, I want to thank everybody for coming on the call, and watch out for the link Tuesday 11 a.m. EST, and don't miss this opportunity. Thank you so much. Thanks, Tammy.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you.